Okay, so we're back very early in the next month of the campaign, September, beginning of the 7th month. And where we left off last night, we had just finished off our first round of side testing. And we found out of our first 3 candidates, our lead support, Rabin, became our first soldier with psi abilities. So he is he now has the first ability, Mind Fray, and we need to get him out into the field and get him some more training so he can test into the field, train in the field rather, and try to increase his psi powers. So that's pretty cool. In the meantime, we had 2 other people went to the psi training chamber same time as him, testing chamber, Blast Pop, and our most junior rookie, Nelson here. And neither one of them had the gift. In the meantime, we have 3 new candidates in. We've got King, Daffy's, and Senwaro all in, so we're going to lose them for the first 10 days of the month. But, you know, keep our fingers crossed and hope that we get maybe 1 or 2 others who come out of the training who also show psionic gifts like Rabin. There's a chance that nobody else but Rabin will have the gift. I think out of the playthroughs I've done in the past, I've had a minimum of, I've had at least 2, probably average like 3 soldiers who will have the gift. But you need a minimum of 1 to test, positive, to carry you into the end game. You don't really need any more than 1. But it's nice to have several of them, because in addition to their kind of high-level combat skills, that they carry into the end game at colonel rank, the psionics are just kind of fun to play with. And we'll get to see some of that as we get Rabin leveled up a little bit more in his psionic skills. And we'll be probably developing some new tech and whatnot associated with that very soon to help support him. So in the meantime, right now with the last set of promotions, I think we got 3 promotions on last night's final mission, the alien abduction mission. In that fast food restaurant map that I'm just so tired of. I hope we never see it again the rest of the campaign. So we had, I think it was Donna and Hypo got promoted, as well as Nudes of Dudes got promoted to her base class of Assault. And at this point we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus the 3 that are in the side training makes it 9. We have 9 total colonels on the roster, which is pretty cool. And that leaves us 2 more majors, Scott and Major Carter, our new recruit that we got a couple weeks ago. We've now had him out on 3 missions. He's only had 2 kills, but he's really contributed in the field the last few missions that he's been out, and I kind of, I'm not so worried about him eventually getting promoted, but he seems to be a pretty good soldier. I think his skills are working out pretty good in the field. So hopefully he gets promoted soon, but I think at this point what we're going to want to do is, in addition to getting our last 2 majors, Scott and Carter, promoted, we're probably going to want to start rotating our 3 most juniors on a regular basis into the field, no matter kind of what the mission is, just to get them leveling up and try to get their skill level up and see how much they can contribute by the end game. So I'm kind of happy that Nudes got promoted in her first mission out. First mission, 2 kills. She did pretty good. Matter of fact, we need to give Nudes her class color now. So get her out of the rookie peanut butters and let's give her her armor tint. So I usually, what I usually do is I assign armor colors by a class. And for my assaults, I usually deck out my assaults in black. So that's my class color for assaults. Now, Anybody who volunteers to join our squad, I say, I will give them any color that they want. I'm not really so concerned about my class color, but we've only had, I think, one person on the roster request a custom color, and I let them have it, and that was Scott. So normally I give my assaults black, and we have a couple different shades of black that they can have. But, anybody who wants a different class color, I'm perfectly happy to let them have whatever they want. If you're volunteering to put your life on the line to save the world, who cares about vanity, right? You should have whatever you want. Alright, so that's a shade of black. I think there's about 3 or 4 different shades of black, and usually you can't tell so much with the Titan armor, but in some of the other armor tints, there's a secondary color that you can usually see, like a trim color. But yeah, you can't really see it too much with the Titan armor. There's not a lot of secondary trim. Alright, so I think we'll just go with something like that. So News, congratulations, got her class color. And what did I say? Scott was the only one who requested... Where'd it go? Here it is. A custom color. So normally what I would give my heavies is, I usually deck out my heavies in green, kind of like army drab green. But our buddy Graham Cook is a native of Scotland, so he kind of wanted blue armor to complement the colors of his Scottish flag. So we gave him armor trim that had a combination of blue and white. But I think Scott's the only one who had requested a custom color. Everybody else was kind of good with my class color scheme. And the other colors I usually do is my supports I put in red. And my, what's the other one? Snipers I put in blue generally. So I gave Husky a slightly different color of blue than I gave Daffy's, but they were both okay with their custom class colors. Daffy's, you agree? Looks like true? Yeah. Alright, so 3 days for 3 soldiers in psionic testing for another 10 days, so we'll get them back in a week and a half. Daffy says that's fine. Okay. But you know what? One thing I forgot to do, but when I put you guys in psionic testing, is I forgot to see if I could get your good gear back. Yeah, so Daffy's is still carrying Titan armor and her plasma sniper rifle, so I need to get this stuff back. I didn't know if it would kind of be locked down once you were in psionic testing, but I'm glad it isn't. So let me get that off of Daffy's and Sunworld. Yeah, Sunworld's okay, and King didn't have any prime gear, so that's okay. I just needed to get that gear back from Daffy so we can have Husky use it while Daffy's is in testing. Alright, so meantime...
Do we not have an ethical obligation to prepare these soldiers for the changes, permanent changes, that they will experience?
So Dr. Shen is not only a very thoughtful, very good engineer, but he's a very thoughtful man. And he makes little comments like that throughout the campaign, where he's thinking about kind of the ethical...
Mark it in the history books. This is the end of an era for mankind. Even after we've defeated the remaining aliens, what then? Have we sacrificed our own humanity for a taste of their technology? And if we manage to exploit this power further, do we risk being consumed by it, presumably just as they were?
Yeah, so he's always talking about kind of the moral and ethical implications, I guess, that some of the tech and skills that we're playing with, how that will affect humanity. So I always liked Dr. Shen in the first campaign. His character is not carried forward in XCOM 2, but his daughter appears in XCOM 2. And I'm not sure exactly how many years that's supposed to be after the first campaign, but yeah, I think he always has interesting comments like that. So let's see. In the meantime, we also built last night our first alloy cannon, so we have one of those in the weapons locker. Now that we kind of have our early monthly budget allocation, 1,585 credits. We can do a lot of things. We could probably build a second alloy cannon. We could build heavy plasma rifle. That's something we've been wanting to do. I should probably do that right away, matter of fact. We're going to need that, and that will give us our full complement of, or at least our beginning set of our next-gen weapons. So we'll have the alloy cannon, and we'll have a heavy plasma. Let me see, what do we need for that? We need 20 Allurium, 20 alloys. We have more than enough engineers, 25 needed. We have 69 on staff. 170 credits is not too bad. I think originally this was over 200 credits, but since we got our new monthly allotment of engineers and scientists, these costs keep coming down. So let's make one of these right now while we have some cash. And that will be available to use for one of our heavies. We can make another one later, or we could look to start capturing these in the field the same way we did with our standard plasma rifles, assault rifles. Not the light plasma rifles, but yeah, our heavier plasma rifle. Yeah, so we have 5 of these in the weapons locker. We didn't build any of them. We basically jacked all of them off the aliens when we did captures. We haven't had an opportunity to capture heavy plasma rifles yet, and I kind of forgot until last night that we could capture them in the field. But when we start seeing aliens carrying these, we know it's getting to be end of days as far as the campaign goes, and I'm not looking forward to that at all. And I'm not sure that we're going to be capturing that many of them. I mean, we probably only need about 2 of them anyway to get us through the rest of the campaign, because I doubt I'm ever going to carry more than 2 heavies on a single mission. If we get a third one, that would be great, but we don't need probably more than 2. And then at some point, the other thing I'm going to want to do is build probably another plasma sniper rifle. We have one in the locker now, but since we only usually, on average, take 1 sniper per mission, you know, it hasn't been an urgent need for us to build a second plasma sniper rifle. We probably will before the campaign is over, because there are going to be some missions where we're going to have Daffys and Husky on the battlefield at the same time. And not often, but there will be a couple missions where we're going to have fun with that. I think we had 1 this year so far, this campaign. Matter of fact, I think it was the second trip that we made to that stupid fast food restaurant that we were at last night. I think we had both Husky and Daffys at that battlefield. You think so too, Daffys? Yeah, I think so too. And you know, late game terror missions, we'll have a handful of those before the campaign is over. And sometimes terror missions are kind of fun to have two snipers kind of floating above the battlefield in Archangel armor, and both, you know, picking off the heavier targets, but they're way, you know, above everything else where they're hard to hit. And sometimes that's kind of a fun thing to do, because two Archangel snipers with heavy plasma sniper rifles is pretty OP. So we'll probably do some of that before the game is over, but not a priority right now. Let's take a look and see
These
what we got from
advancements
Dr.
could
Vaughn.
completely change the course of scientific progress. A new, untouched field of study just waiting for able minds.
Alright, so unfortunately we can't give Dr. Vaughn anything to do with in terms of these items. We can do the hyperwave relay research, which is going to advance the story mission. We might do that. We're probably going to do that at some point this campaign month, now that we're in the 7th month of the campaign. We're going to want to do this soon. This is going to advance the storyline pretty significantly. And we're going to be ready for that. Guy says, XCOM 2 set 20 years after Enemy Within. Oh, okay. Okay, thanks, Guy. Okay. So yeah, we might actually do this campaign month, in fact. I think we're going to be ready for that pretty soon. Let's see, in terms of our other facilities projects, we're building our satellite nexus here. We'll have that in 12 days. As soon as that's done, we'll be able to tear down this satellite uplink here, and this will be enough command and control for our satellites for the rest of the campaign. And we'll have basically some capacity to start building some additional facilities. Won't need much more to finish the campaign. Matter of fact, the way we're kind of packaged and built out pretty efficiently in our first 3 levels here, I'm not even sure I'm going to burrow down to the bottom level here. We might not need to build in the 4th level to finish the campaign. This might be enough capacity for us to actually finish. So that'll be interesting to see how far we get. Okay, and let's see. Is there anything else we want to do? 3 more days before we get our next set of satellites, which should probably be our final set of satellites necessary to cover all our member countries. We'll have 16 satellites in total.
Satellite uplink facilities at maximum capacity. Additional uplink required.
So 13 are in orbit right now. Those last 3 will go for Argentina, Japan, and Australia. That completes our satellite deployments. I probably will build maybe 1 or even possibly 2 more satellites just to have in reserve, because late game missions include the possibility for UFOs to come shoot our satellites down under certain circumstances. It's rare, and if you prepare for it properly, your satellites can pretty much... We can protect our satellites in orbit and reduce the chances that they'll be shot down, but that is a late game thing that can happen. And sometimes when that happens, you don't want to be caught flat-footed. You want to kind of have one, kind of in reserve that you can just put in orbit that month when necessary. So that's something else we'll probably look at doing. Let's take a quick look.
We've been at it for days now. All I can think about is my bunk.
Let's take a quick look. Get some sleep then, Bradford. You look like shit. So yeah, since we've taken down so many large UFOs, we're rolling in Allurium and alloys. I mean, this is more than enough material to cover just about anything we want to do. Trying to think, is there anything we want to... Oh yeah, so we have some surplus material here. I'm glad I checked that we can just sell for cash. There's nothing else to really do with it right now. This must have been some of the stuff we recovered from the cargo ship mission last weekend, and I forgot to check and sell it. So yeah, alien surgery tables, we don't really do anything with that but sell it for cash. And let's see, we got power sources all intact, flight computers intact, stasis tanks, we can sell these too.
After going to all this trouble, the aliens are probably more than a little upset that we didn't fall in line like they'd hoped.
You got that right, Bradford. Alright, so nice extra 300 credits plus there. So, nice little windfall. Alright, other than that, I think we're ready to proceed with the 7th campaign month. Alright, so let's begin scanning and see if we can come up with some combat for tonight.
Commander, our satellite is prepped and standing by for launch. We are ready to deploy it on your orders.
Alright, so there's our final set of satellites.
Satellite uplink facilities.
So
at
3
maximum
available
capacity.
to cover our last 3
Additional
countries. All we
uplink
need now is to
required.
finish our final uplink, and we can get those in orbit. Davy says, let's kick some alien butt. Yes, sir. Alright. Alright, so we got another request from a coalition country, this time from India. They're looking for delivery of 3 UFO power sources. We have 8 in storage. A reward, they'll give us an additional 4 scientists. So we don't really need scientists right now. We are rolling in scientists. We have a surplus of scientists right now for this stage of the game. And also right now our scientists are kind of idle because we don't have any weapons fragments to be able to continue research projects right now. So we have 20 days to deliver these though. We could do it immediately, but you know, we can do this before the end of the campaign month. So I'm gonna put that on hold for right now, and let's see what else we can come up with next.
Contact detected.
Alright, so we have a landed UFO. Man, I was disappointed when we have a landed UFO and not a shoot down. I mean, ever since we built our firestorms, We've only had one shoot down, and I kind of wish we would have more of them. And I really still don't understand the mechanic where that North America is a place where we have satellite coverage over, I think, just about every country, right? So how does a UFO slip past our defense net and land in a continent where we have all that satellite coverage? That kind of doesn't match with what I understand how XCOM is supposed to work. But in any case, no choice but to launch an assault. So we're gonna have another supply barge, which is the same thing that we assaulted last weekend. Kind of a long marathon mission there. All right, so let's start. I'm going to clear out Blast Pop there. He probably is coming as our lead heavy. We're going to need some heavy firepower. But what I really want to start with is getting our majors out in the field. So Scott's coming because he's our one major that we need to get promoted. We're going to bring Carter. Oh, Carter's already on mission here. So Scott and Carter are only two majors. In addition to that, I'm going to try to make a policy of bringing at least one more junior on every assault from here out. Hey, welcome back, Donna. Pew, 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 says Donna. Hey, Husky. Welcome, Husky. Husky salutes in chat. Husky, last night you got promoted. You made max rank, my dude. You're finally a colonel. So congratulations, Colonel Husky Ninja. So you're just in time. This is Husky's turn out. So we're gonna give him his Archangel armor. We give him the plasma sniper rifle. Give him a laser pistol, and we will give Husky. I'm not sure what fourth item we're going to give him. We have been giving our snipers the spare med kit if we only take one support. Chances are we're going to take two supports on this mission, which I normally like to do with the larger missions. Guy says maybe the UFO have stealth ability. That's probably, you know what? You're probably right, Guy. That's probably possible. And I might just be misremembering the way, UFO landings work. I thought it was supposed to be that they only, under the rules of the game, they only land in a place, where you don't have satellite coverage. But North America, every country in North America, we have satellite coverage. So I might just be misremembering how that worked. In any case, the main difference between a landed UFO in XCOM 1, Guy, and a shoot down is that in theory a landed UFO arrives with their crew at full strength, whereas with a shoot down the UFO takes some damage that presumably kills some of the crew on a crash landing. So in theory you don't have the fullest complement for that UFO size. That's mainly the only difference the way I understand it. Husky says, sorry I'm late. Nah, you're right on time, Husky. You're not late. Alright, so like I said, Husky, you finally made Colonel last night. Congratulations. So, snipers don't usually do well with grenades. We have been giving them a spare med kit. I might get Husky a scope, even though at this point Husky already has a base chance to hit of 105%. He doesn't really need much more help at max rank. But, for me, there's no such thing as OP when there's just 6 of you against an entire alien armada. So let's see if we can get him a scope, unless we only take one support, which I probably won't. So let me see what else we're going to do. So we got Donna and Hypo available as our main assaults. We got Nudes, finally got promoted last night. Nudes of Dudes. She was out on her first mission, and she got her first set of kills, and she got promoted to assault class also. And like I said, I'm trying to get in the habit of taking one junior out pretty much every mission. So I'm not sure I'm going to take Nudes on this mission. So let me just temporarily clear her gear. There's another scope we could give to Husky. What I might do, since Nudes went out last night, is maybe I'll rotate in Skilly as our second heavy. Try to get him some XP. He's been out on 3 missions, had 5 kills. He's been doing pretty good. Also, we just built our first heavy plasma rifle, so let's take a look at that compared to the other heavy weapons. So, standard LMG was 4 base damage, critical 6, no 0% critical chance, which there was some percentage of it, but very rare. So 4 to 6 was 0%, and then we upgraded to laser, heavy laser, so it went 6 to 9, also 0% critical chance. Now we built our first heavy plasma. 9 to 13, again it says 0% critical chance, but I think that's a bit inaccurate. Husky says scope, so I never miss. Okay, Husky, we'll see what we can do. So I think it would be kind of good to get Skilly out on this mission. So it would be him and Scott as the 2 heavies. I'm sure I'm going to take Scott because he still has a promotion available. Him being our lead heavy, I'll probably give him the heavy plasma and the blaster launcher. He'd have the most firepower. Let me see what else we could do. Husky's definitely coming. Scott's coming. Carter's coming. I may not take 2 assaults. I might take 2 supports instead. Let me just think about that for a little bit. And I like the firepower of 2 assaults usually because they are my favorite class. But with a larger, longer UFO raid like the cargo ship, I like having 2 supports because I want the extra med kits. So higher level supports give you 3 med kits. Let me think if we even have a second support we could bring in. So temporarily, let me clear hypo. I might not take, like I said, 2 assaults. Oh, we got the alloy cannon. I totally forgot about that. Alright. Oh, that's going to be fun to play with. Where's the base shotgun? Sorry. Where is that? There. Alright, so if we clear hypo right now, I would add... Oh, I forgot. So Raven last night tested successfully in the psionic testing, and he now has the first upgrade of psi abilities, which we just talked about at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, we have to bring Raven. Yeah, we have to bring Raven. So Titan armor for him, plasma rifle, laser pistol, second med kit, which I have to get off a Husky, and probably alien grenade we'll probably bring him with. Let me get that off a Husky now. Give him the scope. And give this to Raven. So Raven with his 3 med kits, and then if we take Carter as our second support, then there's 6 med kits on the field. Hopefully we won't need all 6. So we got our 2 majors, Carter and Scott. And we're taking Raven because we need to get him in the field to continue to level up his psionic training. Donna would be our main assault. And with that, I think I'm going to give Donna... So she's got the chitin plating. I'm going to switch her from plasma rifle to the new alloy cannon. So this is our next-gen shotgun. So let's see. So for example, compared to the plasma rifle, it's 7 to 10 base versus critical damage, 10% critical chance. The alloy cannon is 9 to 13, 20% critical chance. It is a shorter range weapon though. I think they're both rated as medium range though. But, you know, this is known to be a shotgun class weapon, so the closer the better, and as close as Donna's going to be on most things, she can one-shot a lot of stuff with this weapon, so this is going to be pretty nasty. So 2 heavies, 2 supports, 1 sniper, 1 assault is the way we're going here. Do I want to take Skilly or do I want to take somebody else? So, like I said, I'm going to try to get 1 junior person out pretty much every mission from now on, because we got to get our lower ranks our lowest ranks more experience. So I could take Skilly, I could take Beehart, or I could take Nudes again. Nudes went last night. I think it's probably fair to take Skilly, so let's just do that. And hope we don't get him killed. So I don't have a second heavy plasma for Skilly, but heavy laser. Hopefully he can still do some good damage with that. Standard rocket launcher, and we want to give him alien grenade, or we're going to give him something else. I think we can give him the other scope. Oh, that's wrong. By him still being lower rank at sergeant, that gives him additional chance to hit. I think that might be good for him. Haven't had Skilly out in a few weeks. It's probably good to get him in the field. And again, hopefully we keep him healthy, keep him leveling up. So, Colonel Makuba, Colonel Donna, Colonel Debris, and Colonel Husky. So 3 colonels, 2 majors, Carter and Scott, and then our junior of the week is going to be, or junior of the deployment is going to be Skilly. Alright, let me see. Scope here, med kit and grenade here. Chitin plating for Donna so she can tank. Nobody's carrying the arc thrower. I usually have the assault carry the arc thrower, but I think I like Donna if she's going to be carrying the alloy cannon. I think I like her with the extra armor plating. Double check her health. So with that, she's got 23 health total. 9 base health plus 14 armor points. Yeah, she should be good. That's the med kit and grenade also for Carter. Same as Raven. And alien grenade for Scott. With him, he carries 2 grenades because of his perk. And Husky has the scope. Archangel armor. Alright, I think we're good there. Am I forgetting anything? Alright, I think that's the best we can do. Prayers and sacrifices to RNGesus. Jesus. Let's roll. Hey! DE, what's going on? What's up, fam? He says. Yeah, good to see you, man. How you doing?
Our AO is within the continental United States. Reports indicate the UFO is set down in a sparsely populated area. We need to stay sharp and eliminate the invaders.
So, Zach, you took a. Seems like you had a marathon stream last night. I think you were still doing marbles when I went to bed last night. I woke up this morning and marbles was still going. What'd you have, like a 24-hour stream or something? Thanks for playing with my balls, he says. Hey, man, whatever makes the world go round, right? Yeah, thanks for dropping in, man. It's good to see you. So if you did do a 24-hour stream last night, hopefully you're enjoying a nice night off tonight, so welcome. 14 hours it was. Wow. So folks, if you haven't, please throw our buddy Disabled Entertainment, aka Zach, a follow. He is a terrific social streamer. Basically runs a channel that, you know, I think he describes, I'm not sure if, I think the way he describes it is he tries to put a, being disabled himself, a disabled positive model forward on streaming. So lots of fun on his channel. Anytime, you know, drop in, check him out if you haven't. And yeah, good to see you, Zach. All right, so we are launching Operation Red Crown in the United States, continental United States. I didn't see exactly where it was. We already know it's a cargo ship assault that was identified in the mission briefing. Simple seek and destroy mission and capture the UFO if we can. Tip of the day says med kits will save a soldier from death, but they are just a temporary measure. The soldier will still need infirmary time if any danger got through the soldiers. And I got cut off at, I'm pretty sure that says armor. Yeah, you hit the ball right there. Yeah, no problem, Zach. Alright.
HQ, this is Big Sky. We are in position and awaiting further orders.
Roger that, Big Sky. Strike 1, you are green to deploy. Approach with extreme caution. Current enemy status at the site is unknown.
Alright, so second week with a cargo ship assault in 2 weeks for us. We did one of these last Saturday. Took us about 2 hours and change to get through it. So let's see what happens this week. And hang on a second, let me take a look at something. Guys, does my screen look like really washed out to you, my game screen, color-wise? Because it looks really washed out to me. You know, let me check something. Did something happen to my video settings? Something changed in my video settings a little bit. Not sure what that was about. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We're landed in a different place on the cargo ship this time. Kind of the midship's kind of right next to the main cargo bays, which is going to be kind of rough. And I think, let's see, I think this is towards the back end of the ship. I think last Saturday we kind of landed just in this section off to our far right here. And then I think the bridge of the ship is just past this end. Could be the opposite, but I think that's what I'm looking at. And, yeah, not a fan of this landing spot. Alright, so end of the map is right behind us. Let's see, we got Donna up front. Scott directly behind her, Carter to her right, Raven to her left, Skilly here, so Scott and Skilly there, okay, and Husky here with the Archangel armor. We might as well get him up and away as our first move as usual. I'm trying to think which way I'm going to want to try to drive the assault. Before I do that, are we going to want to go towards the back, or should we just drive towards the front? Actually, we have some ladders available to us here. We could actually go right up on the side, kind of right up these ladders and take cover positions here. What else could we do? I think maybe we'll work towards this way, assuming this is the bridge of the ship end. And see what we can do. Alright, so let me put Donna up front first, as usual. Put her on point. Move Donna actually to the bulkhead at the end of this turn if I wanted to. Alright. So Carter, maybe to about here or here or here. Have him cover the back. Our backside, assuming that we're going to go towards our left. Let's see, Raven. I could have Raven kind of move as far forward as this way, start covering our advance to the left. Is there any high cover around here I could put him on? Not quite. I could put him to about here. Scott, I can move out to about here. No good cover after that. Let me move him immediately. I'm going to overwatch him now.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Skilly. Here, here. Maybe I could put Carter about here, maybe. Or even here. I'll put Skilly about in the middle here.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
I'm gonna put Carter about here. No, I'll put him a little bit further forward also. Alright. Donna, I think I'm going to hunker Donna down. And not have her overwatch or advance any further. And I'm going to put Husky in flight mode now.
Houston, we have liftoff.
Good position to put Husky in. Put him about right there. Give him a pistol overwatch temporarily.
I feel, Commander.
And then we move Raven to this side. Assuming that that's the way we're going to want to advance. See what he can see. Nothing yet. Overwatch Raven.
Come get some.
Alright, so I'm hearing mutons, I'm hearing, I think, floaters of some sort. Alright, let me give Husky his sniper rifle back. Put him on Overwatch immediately.
I feel, Commander.
And let's see, I could have Donna move up now. Maybe about here or here. What else can we do? Scott, maybe move this way or even up a level. There's no cover here yet, though. Maybe move Scott to here, about behind Raven. Where would I want to move Raven? Hey again, TNS. Welcome back. I could have him scout this way, or I could just hold his position and let Donna start moving towards this direction. Maybe I should do that. We'll put Donna about right here. Start working our way this way. Yeah, this is the bridge into the ship, so I was correct about that. Raven. Let me get focus on Raven. Actually, I could get Raven up on this higher level. This. Oh no, that's a dashing move. I can't do that. Could move him to about here, or here, there, or there. Let me move Raven to about here just to see what he can see. Let him scout a little bit. Looks okay.
Got it covered.
Continue to overwatch. I have Scott moving this way behind him.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
So just these three now. Skilly. I think I'm going to dash Skilly a little bit more this way. Try to get him ready to do something more in the next turn. And I'm going to have Carter bring up the rear coming this way. I don't want to bring him too far because I want him on Overwatch. Maybe about here. Or here? Maybe here.
Roger that. Scanning.
And Donna... I'm going to move Donna up another position just to be closer to this area. Alright, definitely floater sounds there. Alright, so Donna, how far can I move Donna on this turn? I can move her up on the deck here, but I can't get her in the cover without dashing. And every place else is kind of a dashing move. Alright. This might be where I want her. But I'll set that up probably last. Alright, Husky. Put you back on Sniper Overwatch. No immediate targets. That's the best thing he can do. Let's see, Raven can scout some more. I can actually have Raven kind of fall back and take a scouting position here. Or I can move Skilly over there. That's a good spot for him, I think, maybe. Let me do that first. Alright, so Skilly's got eyes on into the bridge area.
On Overwatch.
Overwatch him immediately. Scott, I can move Scott up to here. Or even over where Raven is. Maybe even directly adjacent to the ramp here. Let's see, Carter, what can I do with you that would be useful? Don't have any good cover for him. Maybe here. Or here? Alright, so just these four. Alright, let's see, Raven. Don't have a really good spot. I could put Raven up on the bulkhead here to scout. How far can I move Scott? Probably up to here. Let's move Scott now. Hopefully he's not blocking Raven.
I'm on it.
We'll see. Let's see. Can I still move Raven up here? I can. Okay. So I think maybe I'll do that next to last. Let me move Carter up to about here.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
And I can save Donna for now. I might want to move her ultimately where? Here? Maybe up here. Hey, Hypo! Colonel Hypo. Alright, let's see. Alright, I think I'm gonna have Raven scout now. Let's see what we can see.
Contact.
Just as
Contact
before,
there.
we're seeing a gradual
Damn
progression
it.
in the development of the alien subject. That heavy
Alright,
armor looks
Husky
to be
gets a
near
reaction
impenetrable.
shot.
As if the first mutons weren't bad enough. Now they're covering them in armor plating.
Woo! Husky! First contact was fatal for them. Husky says Hypo is stalking me. Alright guys, so this is a new species. We probably should have brought the arc thrower, but we didn't. This is the heavy muton, or what do they call them? Muton elites, actually. And I don't know if you can see it from here, but basically what they're carrying is the new heavy plasma, which is exactly what we started building. So this is what we can capture in the field, but these guys are lethal. I mean, they are nasty. They have, basically, they're like, the, you know, somewhat, you know, they have as much firepower as our own heavies. They carry grenades. They do not have rocket launchers like our heavies, though. Hey, Newts! Welcome, Newts. But they are nasty. They have a lot of firepower, and they have a lot of health. So, luckily, Husky one-shotted the first one immediately. Raven's in a good position. So what do they have? They have 5, 10, they have 14 health. Raven has a grenade. So he could grenade this guy where he is. Just him and Donna are the only ones who have turns left. I could probably have Donna run in. Can Donna get far enough to shoot him? No, it's just out of Donna's run and gun range. I could probably have Donna come up here and keep eyes on him, though. Or, you know what? I kind of forgot. Raven. So last night, guys, we did some XCOM for the guys who just joined. We did some XCOM on Friday night for a change. And with last night, Raven went into psionic testing, and we found out Raven has psionic powers. So he's the first one of our squad who has psionic powers. Let's test him out right now. So he has his first psionic ability is called Mind Fray, which means he launches a mental attack against the target, reducing their will, aim, and mobility, and that's guaranteed to hit. And that pretty much will put this guy in a daze and kind of reduce his lethality until we can kind of get somebody else in position to kind of wax his ass. So let's do that right away, because we need to start getting Raven trained on his psionic powers. So let's do that.
Your nightmare is just starting.
And that also does 5 damage. Let's see, in the meantime, Donna, how far can I move Donna? Because I want to get Donna in a position to maybe one-shot this guy on the next turn. Did I say one-shot? Alright, I'm going to move Donna to about here. And, see about the next turn, see what they do. Alright, so he's calling for reinforcements. Dude says shit on him. Donna says, I see Raven having a middle attack. Alright, so he decided to retreat. Is he still within Husky's firing range? He is. So Husky could probably one-shot this guy from here, and that would be the end of that. Let's see what else we could do. Raven has this guy flanked, so he moved into a position. He's confused. He didn't know what he wanted to do. Raven's Mind Fray is on cooldown. I mean, Raven could kill this guy with his mind in two more turns, technically, but this is an easy kill for Raven, probably. But I think I want Raven watching this corner on the next turn, so I don't want him to necessarily take that shot. Who needs a promotion? Scott needs a promotion, and Carter needs a promotion, and actually we got Skilly on this mission, Skillet fan. He needs a promotion, but he's kind of out of position, so he's not going to be in on that kill anyway. I think the easiest thing to do is just have Husky finish this guy off. Alright, wrecked. So our first 2 Muton elites weren't elite enough, and they got crushed. Both of them by Husky, so GG Husky. Also, Nudes, you kind of missed last night. You got out on your first mission and got 2 kills and got a promotion. So you, with your first promotion, were promoted to a class of Assault, which is the same class as Donna. And Hypo. So welcome. You are now officially an XCOM cold-blooded killer. Dude says, yay! Husky says, I don't think they're ready for this jelly. Apparently not, Husky. Alright, guys, so let's see. I'm going to put Raven on Overwatch here. Actually, I'm going to move Raven, I think. Let me see. I can move Donna up a little bit. What we're doing is we want to work our way towards the bridge. I probably want to get Scott up on deck. And I want to get Skilly more forward. Carter's still watching our backside as we advance. Alright, so let me do this. Let me move Raven over here to scout this area.
On Overwatch.
I'm gonna move Scott up right next to Raven. Skilly, I kind of need him in on some of this action. And Donna also. Let's move Donna to here. And we'll get Scott up on deck. Where is he? Oh, I moved Scott already. I gotta get Skilly up here. And let's see. Carter. Move Carter up to about here and have him watch the backside. Whoa, he saw something. Floaters. 2 floaters. Alright. That's it. He's kind of in a bad position. I don't think I can leave him there. Hyper says Nudes is just that awesome. See why he said that now. Donna. Alright, let's see. So that's kind of unfortunate timing for us. Alright, that's a bad spot. I think what I gotta do is, because both Skilly and Carter are in a bad position, I need to pop smoke and get these guys covered. Or can I do that with Raven? Or Raven already in Overwatch? Yeah, I put Raven in Overwatch already. Damn it. Alright, let's pop smoke, try to increase these guys' defense, because they're both in flank positions. They might take some damage here, but fortunately, I'm not sure I have any other good options to protect them. Alright. Alright, so he took a critical shot, 12 damage, damn it. Smoke didn't help him enough. Please miss. Alright, if that guy took a shot on Carter, he probably would have been killed. So, yeah, lucky. He opted to suppress instead. Alright, so that's a unfortunate move for us. Carter is suppressed and also hurting. So he needs to give himself some heals. But in the meantime, let's see, we need to get these guys waxed. Who's being suppressed right now? Let me see. Is it Husky or... I think it's Carter, right? Hang on. Carter's being suppressed, okay. So what that means is if he moves, he can take a bad shot. And if he tries to attack, his aim is reduced. So, yeah, 65%. He's got that guy flanked. He probably would kill that guy, actually, even being suppressed. So let me see. Skilly has a rocket. Let's get a rocket on these guys right away. See if I can get at least one of them dead, preferably the one that's trying to suppress Carter. Alright, I can't get the rocket on both of them, but I can get them on one. Yeah. Let me look at Skilly's build for a minute. He has a rocket, he has hollow targeting, he has suppression of his own. Okay. Alright, so it's between these two and Husky. So I could get Husky. Husky might one-shot this guy, especially if I use headshot. Let me have Husky see if I can get the suppressor dead. Woo! Husky, 3 for 3. Husky's in the zone, so because that Husky's last promotion in the zone, that means every uncovered or flanked enemy that he shoots doesn't even cost him an action. Look at him. He still has both of his actions. Husky is beasting. So, the only thing it costs him is ammo. Husky can shoot that guy. 45% chance of a critical hit. Let me keep that shot in my back pocket. Carter. I could have Carter probably shoot this guy, and he could probably one-shot him. Plus, Carter needs a promotion. Only problem is I can't take too many risks because of the amount of health that he just lost. I need to get him kind of retreated and healed. Let me see. Would be nice to kind of get him that shot, but if I do it, I'd need to get him into cover. Hang on a second. So let me look at Skilly real quick. Skilly has suppression, he does, but I need to move him into range to use it. He can move here and use suppression if necessary. So that could be the backup plan. I don't know. I really like to get Carter this kill, but I don't think I can take a chance with him and his health right now, so... Husky. See how much damage I can do with Husky right now. Let me think about it. Husky also has disabling shot. I can decommission his weapon. Maybe that's the backup plan. Maybe that's the thing I do last if nothing else works. Also, where's Donna? I moved Donna way forward, but can I have her double back and take a shot on this guy? She probably could. Again, if I moved him to here, he might be okay taking that shot. He can still get the shot. Let me have him try. He missed though. All right.
Adjusting aim.
No problem. Husky might one-shot him, but let me disable his weapon instead. Is that going to work? If he hits. Oh, 100% chance to hit. Let me do that. Alright, so that guy is non-lethal right now. Technically, he has a grenade he could use. Let me have... Skilly kind of double back and just Overwatch. Yeah, he's not within weapons range. All you can do is Overwatch. See, I could have Donna fall back. I could have... Maybe I'm better off having Raven fall back. Kind of watch this guy.
Got it covered.
Oh, that's Scott. That's okay. I wanted to do that anyway, but... Did I? Nah, I messed up something. I didn't do what I wanted to do. Alright, no problem.
Roger, I've got eyes on.
Alright, let's see what happens here. So he can't use his main weapon. He's calling for reinforcements. He's got 3 damage. He retreated. Alright, so... I gotta get some heals on Carter immediately, otherwise he's in a lot of trouble. Let me think. Where's a safe place I can move him to heal himself? Probably here. He'd have cover from both sides. Or maybe here. Kind of get him kind of out of range from anything coming around that corner again. So let me do that. Let me move Carter here, and I'll have him heal himself immediately. Or actually, could I? No, I think that'll be alright. Actually, I should have had Raven heal him, because Raven heals for more points at his rank. I kind of didn't think that through. Alright. Wow. Alright, let me move Skilly back here. Just in case that guy comes back around the corner, have him overwatch. Alright, in the meantime, let me see. I got Donna and Scott kind of up front here. I can move Donna to this point. And Scott... Let's put Scott on the door on this side, just in case something comes out from this bridge area.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
I think I'm going to put Donna on Overwatch also. Raven... I think I'm going to leave him there just to Overwatch, just in case... Just in case, who knows what, just in case.
Roger. I've got my eyes.
And Husky needs a reload. Let me give Husky a reload now. If I'm going to reload him, I think I'm going to move Husky a little bit. Let me move Husky to here. And reload him now.
Racked up bang.
Alright, so I was a little hairy, but luckily that floater bugged out for now. Let me give Carter another dose of heals. I'm going to move him forward to here, get him out of harm's way. Heal himself again. Alright, he's back to full strength. He will be in a hospital when we get back, though. Hypo says, Husky looks sick. I want a jetpack. Yeah. Alright. So our next objective should be to breach the bridge area here. I'm less worried about that floater coming at us because he went a pretty long distance. I mean, technically he could be coming up and above the roof area here. This is accessible to not only us but them also. Hypo says, I'm greedy, I want all the things. Me and you both, Hypo. Alright, I'm gonna leave Husky on Overwatch. Just in case our friends decide to come back. I think I'm gonna have Skilly start falling back towards us this way. Continue to watch the back end there.
Roger that. Scanning.
Let's see. Raven. Scott. Donna. I'm gonna bring Raven up.
On Overwatch. Roger that. Scanning.
Alright, nothing yet. So let me see if I can get people in position on this side. I think we'll breach the bridge next. We can get there. Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna move these guys. I think I'm gonna move Skilly. Let's move Skilly to about here.
Eyes field, Commander.
Actually, I changed my mind. I am gonna move. Let me move Carter to here.
Come get some.
I think I'm gonna leave Raven there.
I'm on it.
Overwatch Husky.
On Overwatch.
And I'm gonna have put Scott on Overwatch and then have Donna pop the door. We got contacts, but they didn't react. What's going on? Oh, there we go. So 2 sectoid commanders, which is what I expected. And they kind of retreated to the other side. They didn't want no parts of Donna and Scott. Donna, I'm going to have Donna move in a little bit. See if she can get eyes on anything.
On Overwatch.
Uh-oh.
Shh. You hear that?
We got mutons coming the other side.
Contacts.
Alright, one's wasted immediately.
Shot failed.
I'm not sure who got the kill.
Damn it. Missed the target.
What the hell is that? Another Muton Elite? Overwatch shots all over the place. I can't really keep up. Jeez.
Negative damage.
Alright, one's moving in. Donna didn't get a reaction shot in there? Oh, that's a Berserker. And here comes... Oh, good lord. Not Chrysalids. Oh my god. Kill it with fire. Kill it with whatever we can. Hypo. Alright, so we got a Berserker here. Can't set up on Scott. Let's see what else we got. What's inside here? Oh, we got the other sectoid commander. So we got the one Muton dead. Matter of fact, he evaporated already. Jeez. Now, all that stuff that was running back and forth through the bridge, I can't believe nothing triggered Donna's close combat specialist deal. She should have got an automatic reaction shot. She really should have. So that's kind of a cheat. I don't know how that happened. All right, let's see what everybody has. So, Husky, you've got the Berserker. Donna has the Berserker and also, don't misclick, just the Berserker. She can't see the other sectoid. That's crazy. Alright, sectoid came back into range. If he can see Donna, he can probably mind control Donna, so I gotta be careful of that. I'm not worried about his offense at all. I'm just worried about his mind control. Alright, let me think. Raven can only see the Berserker, but his mind fray is back off a cooldown. Maybe we can have Raven do some of his Jedi mind trick shit on him. I'm not sure how that works on Berserkers, actually. This will be a good time to find out, probably. Yeah, why not? You know what? Let's experiment. This is a good chance. 47% chance to hit, though. Ooh, that means he's probably kind of resistant. Yeah, I don't know if that'll really work too well. Hypo says risk taking. Yeah. TNS says, what's the worst that can happen? The Berserker gets a free shot on somebody and he'll do 10 damage, but we're wearing Titan armor, so we can tank it, probably. Let's try it.
Voices in your head.
It worked. So he did 5 damage, but I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work. I'm not sure what the effect is on him, other than doing 5 physical damage. Alright, but one thing I can't forget about is we got 3 damn chrysalids on the board. Where did they go? Where did the chrysalids go? We know they're active, but nobody has eyes on. Alright, Scott, who do you have? You've got the Berserker in your face, and you can see the sectoid commander, but you can't. That's a bad shot, 33%. I could get a grenade on him, though. Wouldn't kill him, but it would do a lot of damage. I wish Skilly could kind of not. I wish Skilly could see the chrysalids, because I could have him drop a rocket on them. They're in here somewhere. I just can't see them. What else can we do? If we can get his health down enough, I can have Husky one-shot him kind of without cost, because he's in the zone. Donna. I could probably have Donna move up and double tap this guy and get him out of here. That may be better than letting him mind control Donna. Get him off the board. Only problem is I'm not sure there wasn't another Muton that came with the other 2, including the Berserker, so... Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I may have Donna wax this dude. Try to get this guy off the board. Remove that as a problem. Should I bring him on that side or this side? Actually, I just think I made a mistake. In my mind, I thought we killed one of the sectoid commanders already, but now I'm not sure. So I can move down. This is pretty much a sure kill for her, but the second one can still come out if he's alive and mind control her, which would be bad. I think I already committed to this course of action now, so... Damn it. Alright, let me put her in this corner, because if the other one is outside, if he comes through this door, she'll get a free reaction shot, and maybe she can protect herself against him. So let me do that. Oh, there he is. He is there. I was right. So he gets a free shot on Donna. Alright, so that was a tactical error on my part. Alright, let me get Donna to rapid fire this guy. Hopefully at least she'll get that one off the board. Alright, she one-shotted him. But the other one's probably going to mind control her. That's going to be tough. Yeah, she's in a bad spot. Alright, let me see what else I can do. Can I move Carter around to this side? Because I might be able to have Carter protect Donna from the door here. Let me think about that. Or I can move him inside, maybe? If we get this guy's health down, I can have Husky one-shot him. Oh, damn. Yeah, I wish I would have remembered. I just miscalculated mentally about this dude. That was a mistake. What can I do with the Berserker? Tough spot. Alright, I don't want Donna to get mind controlled if I can help it. Especially now she's carrying that alloy cannon. If she gets taken over and she one-shot, you know, if she shoots any of her own team, she could probably one-shot us. So that's pretty dangerous. I'm gonna have Carter move around this way. Open the door. See if he can see the, Can he see? He can. So he can actually see, this dude. He could also get a grenade on him. That would be a big help. Or you could overwatch. Damn it. Or you could one-shot him. Let's take the shot. Oh, thank God. Clutch shot Carter. Alright, so that dude's out of here. Donna's safe. Now we just figure out about the Berserker. So I got shots from Skilly, Husky, and Scott. I'd rather not use Skilly's shot. I'd rather leave him on Overwatch in case the chrysalids come this way. Let me do something. Let me try. This is kind of risky, but... Actually, I could move him back and do it. No, I can't. Let me just do this. Let me have Scott take 2 shots at point-blank range on this dude. See how much health he can take off of him. Alright. 9 crit. Oh, he didn't crit, but he hit for 9. Maybe he can solo this dude. Oh, he missed the second shot at point-blank range. Oh, that was ugly. But I think that took just enough health off him that Husky can take this guy out now. And, yeah, 100% chance to hit, this guy's dead. And that won't cost Husky an action. So, goddamn, Husky is beasting like a motherfucker on this mission. In the zone, so that didn't cost him shit. Ooh, that's nasty. Welcome back, Daphnes. I mean, I'm used to giving my snipers, my primary snipers, double tap, but I mean, I'm really liking the way In the Zone is working for Husky right now. He is just racking up the body count and just not even breaking a sweat. Alright, so that leaves 2 guys to do Overwatch. Husky Overwatch. And Skilly can Overwatch, and we gotta look out for those chrysalids now. And also that other floater. Oh, there's the other floater. Hit, Skilly, hit. God damn it, he missed. Whoa, Husky didn't miss, though. Holy shit. Good God, Husky. Husky, you know what? If there was a rank below, above Colonel, you deserve it right now. You are just... I don't even know what Husky's body count is on this mission. He's killed, like, all the things. GG, Husky. What can I say except you're welcome? Alright. And the only thing that's costing him is ammo. I mean, honest to God. Those chrysalids didn't even move up on us. Probably because they know Husky is sitting back there chilling. Like a villain. Alright, but we're in the spot now where we kind of need some reloads. So, yeah, because Scott is empty. Let me move Scott back towards this side. And reload him.
Rack tap bang.
Husky has got one more shot. Excuse me, Skilly's got one more shot. But I'm going to take the risk and leave him on Overwatch. I don't want those chrysalids moving on us. Husky. I'm Overwatch him also. I mean, reload him also.
Oh yeah.
Alright, and let's see. Donna's got about a half a clip. She's looking pretty good. Let me move her to the door. See if she can get eyes down the center tunnel just in case the chrysalids come that way. I'm going to leave her on Overwatch for now. Or should I reload her? And Carter needs a reload also. Actually, I'm going to move Carter inside parallel to Donna. Reload him. And I think I'm going to Overwatch Donna. If we are graced to get one more round where the chrysalids don't move in on us, then I'll reload who's left. I can move Raven to here. Actually, I can move Raven up. Just in case something's... Because chrysalids can jump up and down all these levels. Maybe I should move Raven up here just to kind of scout. I don't know. Where else could I put him useful? Scully's overwatching, right? Actually, no. I'm gonna leave Raven right where he is and overwatch him.
Roger that. Scanning.
Hypo worships Husky. Yeah, right now.
What was that?
Saw something peek and run there. Oh, what's that? And a couple more things. Oh, there's a chrysalid. Get it, Skilly. All right, he hit for 6. But the dude retreated. That's weird. Donna gets a reaction shot. She missed. Which, okay, that's kind of a long-range shot for her weapon. I would have expected. That's weird. He made a double move. Raven gets a shot. Raven missed. God damn it.
Missed the target.
He's only got 1 health. Somebody hit that motherfucker.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Donna.
Need a resupply.
Here comes another one. And what do we got coming around the corner here? And there's another one. Something's playing with us on that corner. What are they doing? And another one. God, how many chrysalids are we looking at here? Oh, guys, I just heard something that I don't like the sound of. Oh my God. Husky, did you recognize that sound? Kind of large, hulking, mechanical sound. Oh my God. Alright, so we got 1, 2 chrysalids in our face, 1 dead. I could have sworn there was a third one that I can't see right now. Alright, let's see. So Husky reloaded luckily, which means Husky has a good shot of one-shotting both of these chrysalids immediately. 100% chance to hit. High critical chance. Exactly, guy. I think I just heard a damn sectopod. I beat it. We haven't seen one yet in the campaign. This will be the first time. Well, they were going to come sooner or later. Alright, so let me see. If we can get some damage on these two first, that would probably guarantee that Husky can kill them within the zone and not cost himself an action. Alright, Skilly's empty. I gotta get him a reload. I mean, I could get his rocket on both of these guys, but I'd rather save the rocket for what might be coming next, based on what we just heard, which kind of makes my balls shrink. Donna's empty. I gotta get Donna a reload. I probably have to have her pull back a little bit. Or maybe not. If we get them dead first, then Donna'll probably be alright. Let's see, I could have Carter drop a grenade on both of them. That might be worthwhile. Let me do that.
Frag out.
Alright, Husky should be able to dust these guys off easily now. He has a 100% chance to hit. Alright, rip that one.
Pacified.
Keep going, Husky, keep going.
Taken care of.
Good lord. Husky, I'm in awe of you right now. Alright, reload, Donna.
Back in.
Good God. In the zone is just nasty. Alright, reload. Actually, I'm going to move Skilly and then reload him. I'm going to move him around to this side just in case something comes around the corner. Well, no, I think... Let me think about that. Where's a good place I can put... I said Husky, I think. I meant Skilly. Let me just think for a minute. Because I'm thinking something might come around the corner behind us this way. Something kept peeking at us from around there. I'm thinking I might move Skilly in here to reload and have Raven switch spots with him and watch the corner. Nah, I think I need to have Raven. No, actually, I forgot I got Scott over here. Never mind. So yeah, let me do that. Let me move Skilly out from around this corner. Reload him.
Ready to engage.
I'm up to have Raven kind of move here, this cover position, and just Overwatch.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
I'm going to Overwatch Scott. Should I move him up? I think I'm going to move Scott up a little bit. I'm going to move him... Oh, there's a hole in the wall there. I didn't see that before. I think that's a hole in the wall. Hard to tell. Yeah, I think that's a hole. So let me move Scott to about... It's really hard to see. There? I think that's a high cover position. Yeah, you can see through the wall. Overwatch there.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
See what happens now. Husky. He's got half a clip. I'll leave him on Overwatch.
Scanning.
Alright, bulkhead collapse there. Also, sorry for the distraction. Silk, good morning to you. How you doing? Sorry for my delayed reaction, Silk. I saw you when you came in, but I had XCOM brain. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling better. How's your tooth? Alright, so I thought I saw in the flurry of all that activity that there was another muton somewhere, focus mode, right? And I know I heard a sectopod. And guys who have been watching, our campaign from the beginning, we haven't seen a sectopod yet. This will be our first time, and it won't be the last time, but there's no way for me to describe it until you see it, so we'll just have to see what we can see when it is time to see it. I don't even want to go scouting for it. I just want it to come to us, and Husky says I will one-shot it. I wish that was possible, Husky. I wish that was possible. I don't think anybody can one-shot a sectopod. At least not yet. We don't quite have the things we need. Alright, but I think, to be honest, this is a good time maybe for us to think about taking the high ground. If we are going to go scouting for the sectopod, the high ground might be the safest place for us to do it. Because he's unlikely to be on the roof. They kind of don't roll that way. So I'm thinking that might be a good thing for us to do. So let me think about that. How can I get everybody else up on the roof for the rest of the mission? So let me see. I can get Donna up. Oh, this is... Donna already made a move this turn. Alright, so I'm going to leave Donna where she is for now. Anybody else? I can get Scott up here. Let me do that. I'm going to put Scott on the roof first. If he finds anything up there with him, I can retreat him, but he did not. Alright, I'm just going to leave him on Overwatch.
Covered.
I think Raven would be a good candidate to get up on the roof next. Where's Carter? Here's Carter. I think I'm going to move Carter out to kind of join Donna in Overwatch from here. Here. If I can get focused there. Alright, he's got a full clip.
Come get some.
Alright, Raven. Can I get Raven up on the roof now? And what about Skilly? Let me move Skilly to the ladder here. Have him continue to Overwatch until I can get him up with the other guys.
I'm on it.
Husky. Husky's got a half a clip. I mean, if we're gonna... I don't know. Should I get him a reload now? Guy says, Sectopod, I hate them on XCOM, they move and shoot twice, yeah. They do the same thing in XCOM 1, guy. But I gotta be honest, I think the ones in XCOM 2 are worse, so... Not quite as, not quite the same, but based on the same capabilities. Alright, I think I'm gonna Overwatch Husky, I'm not gonna reload him this turn. I'm gonna hunker Donna down. Raven. Can I get Raven up on the roof on this turn? Why am I not getting any focus upstairs? Let me move Raven this way. I don't know why I can't get focus upstairs. It's kind of weird. Oh, he can't go upstairs because I got Skilly set up on the ladder. My bad. Let me reload Raven now.
Oh yeah. Shh. I think I heard something.
Alright, I do hear mutons. Alright, so we do still have mutons somewhere. And there's the Sectopod, clearly and without question, that is definitely a Sectopod stalking us. Oh man, that is terrifying, guys. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start moving Husky towards the rest of the group. I'm going to set him up in a different area. So I'm going to move him this way. How much fuel does he have left? He's got half a tank. And I'm going to reload him now, I think.
Locked and loaded.
And I'm going to see if I can get everybody else moved to high ground if I can. So let me see. Donna first. I think I'm going to move her parallel to where Scott is right now. Let me move her here first just to see what she can see. Oh my god. Alright, and what about Carter? I can get Carter all the way up here. Okay. Skilly. Let me see, I got Skilly and I got Scott. Let me get Skilly to the other side with these guys, if I can. I can't yet. Damn it. I mean, I'd rather have one heavy on each side, I think. Let me get him to the ladder, hopefully nothing jumps him while he's waiting. Raven. Let's get Raven up here with Scott. Scott, move. Silk said, no worries. 2 still aches, but other than that, doing well. Okay, good, Silk. Overwatch Raven. I don't think there's anything else I can do with him right now.
Come get some.
Thinking about moving Scott, but I can't move him to cover, so I might as well leave him there.
I'm on it.
Donna. So Donna's got the last move. I think I'm just going to move Donna up to this spot. Yeah, let's just do that.
What was that?
Alright, so I'm going to move Husky now, because I need to get him repositioned. I mean, I could leave him here to kind of cover this flank, but I think where I really want Husky is I want him kind of in the center. Ideally, if I could get him kind of somewhere sniping from this position, just being able to shoot anything coming down the middle, we can kind of make this like a kill box for anything coming at us. Let me see if I can get him landed, though. He's got a half a tank of fuel. I gotta land him and then dash him somewhere to make that happen. That's a good spot. I don't think that landing spot costs him fuel. So let me do that first. Alright.
Touching down.
And now I can dash him somewhere else. I don't know if I can get him up on this side. I might have to have him work this side with these 3 instead. So let me move him this way. And then I'll get him up on the roof on the next turn. Let's get Skilly up here with the other guys first.
I'm on it.
Alright, Donna, I'm gonna move you. Can I move? I can't get Donna to cover this way. I can get her to cover this way. Let me do that first, I think. She doesn't see anything. Let's see. I can get Carter to here. Let me see about the guys on this side first. Scott to there, maybe? Raven, I can get Raven to here also. Might be a good spot to scout. Alright, let me not move those guys immediately. Guy says, have you got AP rounds? No, special rounds are not a thing in XCOM 1, so we don't have those. The only thing we kind of have close to that is, like, if I highlight my heavies, like, for example, Scott here has what they call heat ammo. And that's what a perk that he gets with one of his promotions, and it does double damage against robotic enemies, which is going to be perfect for sectopods. Our other heavy, Skilly, is still pretty junior. I don't think he has heat ammo yet. He might, but I have to check his stats. He's only sergeant rank like right now, so I'm not sure exactly what he has. All right, let me think. So if I move Scott to about here, maybe. And I can have our supports kind of move up to the next section and kind of scout. Or I could just have them hold this position and scout on the next turn. Maybe I'll do that instead.
On Overwatch.
I don't want to trigger until I can get Husky up here with everybody else.
Eyes peeled, Commander. Roger. I've got my eyes on.
Alright, still hear some mutons.
What's making that noise?
I'm just glad there's no more floaters. At least I hope there's no floaters. I'm not hearing any. Whoa. Hearing that sector pod getting louder and louder. Alright, let's get Husky up here now. And, I don't think I can fly a Husky from here. I think this is as high as he can get. I think. Can Husky fly from here? I don't think he can. Alright, I'm gonna just leave Husky here. Put him on pistol overwatch temporarily. Alright, maybe now is a good time to scout forward a little bit more. So let me start with Carter. Put Carter to here. Nothing yet.
Roger that.
Let's move Raven up to about where he is. Have him scout. Whoa, he saw something. Raven sees a berserker. Okay, so berserker is probably at full health. Yeah, he's at full health. Nobody else has that shot. Donna, if I move down here, can Donna see him? No, he's out of Donna's line of sight, which is interesting. But if he decides to climb the ladder and come at us, Donna might get a reaction shot on him. Nobody else has a shot. Let me see, I got my heavies. Scott has a grenade. Maybe we could drop another grenade on this guy. Nah, he can't reach. I think I better move Scott up to be a little closer to this side. Alright, Scott can see him now, though. So let me see. I could have Scott grenade him. I could have him shoot him. I could have him suppress him. Also, we could have Raven do his Jedi mind thing on him. Although it's not a good chance to hit. I think I'll save the mind trick for something else. Although, you know what, I think even unsuccessful attempts still gives Raven training. So let me try it. Alright, that one failed. He hit with the first one, but the second one failed. That's okay. Let me have Scott take a shot on him. Ooh, he hit for 10. Good shot. Husky gets a free reaction shot. Does 1 damage. Husky trolled him with a laser pistol shot for 1 damage. Carter gets a reaction shot.
That is not good.
But missed, unfortunately. So it looks like he's going to climb the roof and try to come at us. Let him come. And nobody else has shots. Okay. I'm going to move Skilly up just a tiny bit and put him in Overwatch.
Covering now.
Donna. I'm going to put Donna on pistol Overwatch. See if she can get a cheap shot on him as he comes across, because I think he's coming up this side where these guys are.
I'm on it.
Husky says I gave him a new belly button.
Shh. I think I heard something.
I'm sure he's coming up that ladder. No, he's not. What is he doing? Interesting. Okay. That surprises me. Give Donna her weapon of mass destruction back. And I think I'm going to have Donna move forward just to see if she can see what he's up to. Alright, there he is. He's, I don't know what he's doing. Donna can probably hit him, but with this shotgun class weapon, the alloy cannon, that's not a great chance to hit him from here. Alright, at least we know where he is and what he's doing now. Husky. I'm going to give Husky his weapon of mass destruction back, and I'm going to leave him on Overwatch.
I'm on it.
And, let's see, Carter. Carter, I can move him up, but not to cover. Can I move him? I can't, never mind. I'll move him to about here or here. Let's move him up a little bit, put him on Overwatch.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
Skilly, I'm gonna move you up a little bit more. Put you on Overwatch.
On Overwatch.
Let's see, Raven and Scott. Let's see, Scott, you have a grenade. Is this guy anywhere near your range? It is not. I mean, I'd rather get this guy dead now if we can before having to worry about the sectopod. Let me have Raven scout to about... Well, first before I do that, how far could I move Scott? I can move him here, but not to cover. Or even here? Or even here. Let me have him move him here. I don't know why I'm worrying about cover, because this is a melee creature. Cover doesn't matter. Something else jumps us, though it will matter. So let me move Scott to here. He's still got 2 grenades. Let me drop a grenade on this fool while I can. Get some more damage on him.
Throwing grenade.
5 more damage. He's coming towards us for sure this time. At least I thought he was. He's not. Where'd he go? He moved out of line of sight now. I don't know where he went. He might have retreated again. That berserker that we saw yesterday, every time we attacked him, he ran from us. This one might be doing the same thing. I don't know. Alright, let's see. Raven's got the best chance to get eyes on. Let me move Raven to about here.
Enemy spotted.
Oh, God. Damn it. Alright, well played, Berserker. Well played. He baited us right to another pod, including the sectopod. God damn it. Oh, man. Alright, well, the one advantage here is that the sectopod can't climb ladders, so he can't come at us. But he does have an attack that can reach us up here. He just can't come up here with us. He cheated, says Nudes? No. Hey, Color. Welcome, how you doing? Alright, problem is where Raven is right now, he's looking at a guy who has him flanked, which is this Muton. And his mind fray is on cooldown. But Raven does have shots on both of these guys. Technically, Raven could one-shot this guy. If he could, that would really help. If he doesn't, Raven's going to take a really nasty hit from his weapon on this turn. So I don't think I can take that risk. I think I need to have Raven fall back. So let me do that. And Donna has the only offensive turn, but she's too far with her alloy cannon to do any damage to anything that's on this side, so... Let me see if I can, guy says, need an evac right now? Nah, we're in it now, guy. We're in it now. I mean, the safest thing to do right now would be to have Donna hunker down, give her a little extra defense. But I kind of also need to have eyes on to see what these guys are going to do. Donna is wearing a lot of armor, but that sectopod could easily walk up on the next turn and give her, you know, both barrels. So that could be kind of nasty. Let me have Donna hunker down. See what these guys do next.
What's making that noise?
Alright, they're doing stuff, but nobody's coming up the ladder yet. Oh, it's the Muton. Husky gets a reaction shot, though. Hopefully this guy's toast. Thank you, Husky. Husky keeps on doing it. Oh my god. You know what, guys? I think I might have to put Husky back in flight mode just to... Oh, man. So here comes the, yeah, he gets a cheap shot, that damn drone. I might have to put Husky back in flight mode to see if I can get a shot on that sectopod. We're definitely going to need Husky to get shots on that sectopod to kill it. But since we kind of know where everybody is, maybe we should kind of pull back and have everybody regroup on this side, where Donna and everybody else is. Alright, one thing we can do right away is I can have Husky get rid of this guy. It won't cost him an action because he's in the zone.
Taken care of.
Alright, so free shot for Husky. Let me see if I can just start retreating Scott and Rabin. Actually, you know what? I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Scott has heat ammo. I don't want to have Scott retreat from the sectopod. I want him to go and get shots on the sectopod. He can do double damage on it. But I don't know that I can move him into a good position from where they are. I need eyes on. I need to know where they are and what they're doing. Husky says, every time you say I'm in the zone, I sing the AutoZone jingle in my head. Yeah. Yeah, but looking at all the corpses, man, it's just, man, I am starting to reevaluate my value of in the zone. I really am. That is just so OP. It's so nasty. All right, let me see. So Scott has one standard rocket, right? He does not have two rockets, I don't believe. Yeah, he's still a major. On his next promotion, I would give him a second rocket. But right now, he only has one rocket to give, so when I use it, it's got to count. So I got to have somebody scout. Somebody's got to find out what they're doing. That's the thing. So Donna, if I move her up a little bit, she might be able to get eyes on. The only risk is Donna also might trigger the sectopod's overwatch. Because sectopods, another nasty thing about them is they are on overwatch 100% of the time. Donna does have lightning reflexes, though. So she should at least defeat the first shot. Let me have Donna move just to see what she can see.
The aliens seem to be fielding mechanized units more frequently, and with a much greater range of
Alright, so there's the sectopod.
How are we going to combat something of that size?
We could probably spend years analyzing the inner workings of that thing.
Alright, so this thing is just nasty as all hell. It's got 3 different types of attacks and it's got crap tons of health. But at least we know where it is. My problem is, I think right now, Scott is, I mean, he's probably firing up his, he has an area of an effect attack, which is kind of like a mass mortar shot. And if he knows where these guys are, which he probably does thanks to that stupid little drone that's scouted up here, that's probably what he's doing on the next turn. He's probably going to fire up on the roof here knowing where these guys are. So I'm a little worried about that, but I really want to get some damage on them while we can. Alright, so this is a risky thing to do, but I gotta get Scott to drop some heat on him while he can. And I don't know when we're gonna get another chance. So, where's Scott? I need Scott. So, with the blaster launcher, Scott should be able to hit these guys and the drone. And anything else that's hiding down here that we can't see. So let me do that while I can. And might take some damage on the round after this, but God, he took 18 damage from Scott. Good job, Scott. And he won't be repaired because we took his drone out. I was hoping we were going to find that other muton down there, but he wasn't there. Donna. I wish I could get Donna in a position to kind of go at this guy on the next turn. She could probably, with that much health left, Donna could probably one-shot him. But it would be hard for Donna to get close to him because of his defenses. I could put her here, but she wouldn't have full cover. And that thing has such nasty offense. I really don't want to do that with Donna. I wish I could kind of get her in this area some kind of way. Alright, so now that we know where he is and we got some shots on him, let me move Donna out the way. Hopefully, move Donna back to where she was. Alright, Carter... and everybody else still has shots. Oh wait, Skilly has a rocket. But Skilly doesn't have line of sight on him. Alright, so Scott might take some damage here on this turn. I hope he doesn't die, to be dead honest about it. Because he already has a little bit of health down. But I don't know exactly how much his attack is going to do. Although I could have Raven move in and heal him while he can, but then they'd both take damage. My inclination would be to have Raven move out of this area. I hate to leave Scott hanging like that, but I don't want to have both of them take that attack, so... Let me just have Raven fall back a little bit. Sorry, Scott. Everybody say some prayers for Scott. I hope Scott doesn't die on this turn, but we'll see. Let me move Raven to about here. Or even maybe here. Sorry, Scott.
Come get some.
See what happens.
On Overwatch.
Oh, I forgot. Husky didn't use his turn yet. Should I put Husky back in flight? Husky says, I believe I can fly. We know you can, Husky. Confirmed. I'm just trying to think what the best line of sights are for you to have. I'm gonna move Husky to about here and then have him reload.
Let's do this.
Alright. Oh, Carter still has a move. Let me spread these guys out a little bit. Whoops, don't do that.
Moving to Overwatch.
Oh, I screwed up. Carter, damn it. I misclicked. Alright, there's his shots. How much damage does Scott take? Scott didn't take any damage? He missed.
They're trying to pull back.
Alright, there's the other muton. Any other attacks coming?
loser.
Alright, so somebody took a direct shot. I just didn't see who got
Why
hit.
you fail?
Who took shots? Somebody took shots. Let's see, Skilly's healthy. Scott didn't take any damage, so the attack missed, but it took out his cover here, thank God. I heard the guy fire on somebody, but he missed, I guess. So that Sectopod's kind of drunk, I guess. Alright, we see where that Muton is, but I'm not even worried about him at this phase of the game. Guys, we got really lucky on that turn. I thought we were going to lose Scott. Alright, so I think what I should do on this turn is two things. I should have Scott fall back for some heals. So let me have Raven heal him immediately. We're going to retreat a little bit till we can figure out how to attack the Sectopod. And we're going to have guys start trying to move to the other side ultimately, I think. So let me see. Let me have Scott move back here next to Raven. I'm going to have Raven heal him up. Or, let me think for a minute. Alright, so before I do anything with Scott, because Scott being our heavy with heat ammo, he's kind of the key, one of the keys to getting the Sectopod dead. Because he does double damage against robotic enemies, and the Sectopod is all robot. Thank you, Silk. But what I'm thinking is, Scott already took, most of that Sectopod's health because he does double damage, but I'm trying to figure, Scott also still has a grenade. If he does double damage with his grenade as well, he might be able to get him dead on this turn. So let me see, it just says heat ammo confers 100% damage against robotic, plus 100% against robotic enemies. So we know that it counts to it counts for his rocket launcher. We know it counts for his heavy plasma rifle. I just don't know if it counts for his grenade. But we'd kind of have to do the same thing we did before. We'd kind of have to have Donna run out there, take a peek to spot him, and then have Scott drop a grenade on him, and that might be enough to kill him. Problem is, Scott's already taken some damage, and he kind of got lucky not taking more damage. So, no, I'm going to go with my first instinct. I'm going to have him run back here, and I'm going to have him get heals, and then we'll regroup and figure out how to get this guy dead. Alright, so I'm going to have Raven heal up Scott while I can before anything else happens.
Nothing's broken. You're fine.
Alright, what I really want to do is I want to get Husky kind of out in a position. Maybe if I put him in flight mode again here, he'd get a line of sight on the Sectopod and be able to shoot him. And I know Husky would be able to one-shot him. Problem is, again, we still have to get somebody to spot. And if the Sectopod starts walking them, away from this area, that won't really work out so well. Alright, let me see what else we can do. Who is on this side? So we got Donna. We got Carter, who I screwed up on the last turn and failed to put him in proper cover. And, it's kind of dangerous even just moving into eyesight of this thing, because it's always on Overwatch. And the minute he sees you, he has a chance to get a shot on you at all times. So, and his attack is just no joke. He could one-shot anybody. So it's kind of hard just getting the strategy right. All right, let me move Carter to here just to see if he can see the guy. No, he can only see this Muton, as can Donna. Alright, maybe we get Skilly forward a little bit. Maybe I can get his rocket on this thing on the next turn. Husky. Alright, let me see if I can get Husky back in flight. He's running out of fuel pretty quick, but this is, I think, where I need him to be. He doesn't quite have the angle I was hoping he would have. You need Manfred there, says Droogie. Hey, Droogie. Now, Husky has 1 unit of fuel left. I'm trying to think, if I move him 1 more fuel, will he still be in the air, or will he be landed? I'm not sure how that works. Let me see if I can figure it out. Doesn't say. Yeah, I think he would end up having to land, unfortunately, and it's not quite what I want, but I'm not sure how that works. Well, let's find out. Not enough fuel. Okay, so he can't move. All right, thanks for that warning. Alright, so all I can do with him now is land him. So I didn't quite get him to the angle I was hoping I was going to get him to, but that's okay. Might work out in the next turn.
Come get some.
Alright, I'm going to have Donna take a little pot shot on this guy. Just to do some damage on him. She missed the first shot. She missed both shots. Alright. It's okay. Should I... Let's have Carter take a shot on him. He might one-shot him. He did. Good shot, Carter. Alright, so their turn. We'll see what happens. Droogie says, takes a supervillain to save the world. Oh! So... Sectopod took, excuse me, another shot with his main weapon. I don't know who he was shooting at, though, but he didn't connect. Alright. Alright, so... we gotta figure how to get to the sectopod without getting somebody dead. Oh, God. I don't know. This is tough, guys. Droogie says, there's this module for a superhero tabletop RPG called Necessary Evil. You played supervillains that have to save the planet from an alien invasion because all the heroes are dead. Oh, no kidding. I never heard of that one. Villains don't want to be taken over, right? Alright, so let me see. So, the heavies and Husky are going to be the keys to us getting shots on this guy. But we need people to scout, so... let me think. Skilly has a rocket. Can Skilly hit his rocket from where he's at, or do I have to move him again? Actually, Skilly could get a rocket shot on him if we could identify where he is. I'm not even sure that's a good shot for Skilly. The angle looks kind of weird. Carter could use a reload. Tabletop game is called Savage Worlds. Oh, okay. Oh, Necessary Evil is the module for it? Okay. Alright, let me give Husky his main weapon back before I kind of forget. Alright, I think Donna is the safest person who can scout first. Because she's got lightning reflexes and she can at least have a chance to defeat the Sectopod's Overwatch. So let me have Donna drop down, maybe get a little closer, but hopefully outside of this guy's line of sight. So let me put Donna about, let me see, what did I do with Husky? Husky has his full turn. I did not put him on Overwatch yet, okay. Yeah, I know, right, Duffys? Alright, let me start with Donna about here. Oh, she got her eyes on it, but she didn't keep... Okay, so she did highlight him. Husky, tell me you got a shot, please. Oh, he's just out of Husky's line of sight. Alright, he's got 1, 2, 10, 12. 12 health. So we gotta find 10 damage on him somehow. Oh, there's a hole in the wall. Donna's got a line of sight on him. Also, Donna's going to take a shot if we don't get him dead on the next turn. On this turn, rather. At least we know where he is. Okay, let me think. We gotta get some guns down there. Can Donna reach him on a running gun? How far can she move? She can move to here. That's still a tricky shot for her. Alright, Carter, what do you have? You've got half a clip and... Alright, what about Skilly? Skilly's got a rocket. Is there any chance I could get Skilly's rocket to hit this target? Alright, Skilly... Even if Skilly could hit him, that would be only 6 damage? Yeah, Skilly doesn't have heat ammo. Where can I move Skilly to? Maybe there? That's not a dashing move for him. Alright, think. How can I do this? Alright, I got a lot of guns, but it's going to take some risk for us to get our guns trained on him. Skilly. Alright, we got to take some risks. So... I can't quite do that. Carter maybe here? Maybe we can get to this inside area. Let me think. Also, let me see. Carter, do you still have a smoke grenade? No, he used his, I think. What about Raven? Raven has a smoke. I might need to get that on Donna to protect her. Scott. Maybe here. cover, but it's not great cover. Okay. Carter. All right, let me see if I can move Carter to here. This is really... He's got full health. I mean, maybe he can tank one shot if something happens. Okay, he didn't take an Overwatch shot. He's got line of sight at least. He can't solo him, but that might allow me to move Skilly in the range to get a kill. Alright, let me check something else before I do that, though. So, Raven, if I can get Raven to move and drop smoke to protect people, how much smoke can he lay? How big is his cloud? It's pretty big. Is that the best use on this turn, though? Might be. Alright, let me have Skilly move down. Maybe I can get Skilly to do something on the next turn with this guy. This is risky, but we gotta get this thing done. Alright, so Skilly's got a shot. He can get his rocket on him on the next turn. Skilly can also suppress. That might be a better thing to do. Alright, so let me try to move Raven up, see if how much smoke I can lay to help protect those guys who just went to that position. Alright. So Donna and Skilly, who I'm trying to protect. Alright, that looks like that'll work. Let's try that.
Smoke's up.
Alright, and alright, I'm gonna put Carter on Overwatch.
I feel, Commander.
I'm gonna have Skilly suppress.
Aye, aye,
Alright, plus Skilly has hollow targeting, so everybody now gets a bonus to hit that guy. Anybody takes shots on him. Now I got to do something useful with Scott. I think if I can get Scott closer, we can maybe have Scott shoot this guy on the next turn. Alright, and Husky and Donna have the only turns left. I'm going to put Husky on Overwatch. I might have Donna take shots on him, to be honest. He's kind of far, but... Nah, no I'm not. I'm gonna hunker Donna down. She needs more defense. That thing is no joke. I do not want him to her to shoot Donna. Him to shoot Donna. It to shoot Donna.
moving to Overwatch.
Oh, we still got more mutons. I didn't even see him till just now. Alright, so he took a shot on Carter. Luckily he missed thanks to Skilly's suppression. But he gets 2 shots per turn. And he missed Skilly. Thank God almighty. Alright, that's what suppression does, but now we got 2 more mutons active. And right now they look like child's play compared to that guy. Alright, 13 crit from Husky. I'm not even worried about that damn muton. Alright. So, Skilly, thank you. You earned your check for the day. Let's have Skilly drop a rocket on this dude, and hopefully... Oh, actually, no, that won't be the end of the turn. I was hoping his rocket would end this sectopod, but he won't do enough damage because he doesn't have heat ammo. But we should be able to get him dead on this turn because we got enough turns to do it. That Berserker's a menace to Scott, though. Let me get Husky to get rid of that dude.
Taken care of.
Wrecked. In the zones. Sing the jingle, Husky. So we only have this Muton to worry about. Let me see what Scott can see. Scott can see that Muton, but not the Sectopod. Alright, how far can I move Scott? Oh, I was hoping I could actually move Scott up here to flank the Sectopod, but he can't move that far. I can move him to here, though. 23% shot, that's not a great shot. Let me see what else we can do. Raven. Raven has a grenade, right? Raven could drop a grenade on this dude. If I can move him to just the right position, that would help. And then we can give Skilly the kill. Alright, let me move Raven here. Hope he doesn't trigger the Sectopod's Overwatch. Alright, good. Just out of the range. Drop a grenade on this dude.
Throwing grenade.
Or that thing, rather. Alright, he did 5 damage. Please tell me that's enough for Skilly to get the kill. It is not. He still has 7 health. Damn it. Let me see. So, what about Carter? Carter's in range. But he's out of cover. I need to move Carter, actually. Damn it. I could move him this way to try to get the shot, but the problem is the Sectopod's got automatic Overwatch. He's going to probably take a shot if I move towards him. That's kind of ugly. And if we don't get him dead on this turn, that's going to be even uglier for Carter. Maybe... Would he have line of sight from here, maybe? Let me see. Oh, he triggered the Overwatch. But he missed. Oh, no, he hit him. God, he hit him for 9. Alright, Carter, just tell me you have a line of sight. Just take the shot. He missed. Oh, that's bad.
No, shot wide.
Alright. Husky, who do you have a shot on? Still that guy. Alright, we gotta get some damage on this guy. Maybe Donna. Alright, Donna, you'll trigger the Overwatch, but you probably won't get hit because of your perk. So, this is risky. I gotta do it, though. We gotta get this thing dead now. Gotta get it dead now. Double shot, Donna. Take him out of here, please. Wrecked. Thank you, Donna. Alright, I was hoping we were going to feed Skilly that kill, but it just didn't work out, so... Didn't quite get there. Can Skilly get a rocket shot on this guy? Probably not. Oh, he can. Looks like barely. I don't think that's a good shot. I don't think that'll hit him. Nah, that'll miss. Let's see. Scott can get a shot on him. Let's move Scott to here. Doesn't have a good shot. He can grenade him. He can suppress him. Where can I move Skilly to on this turn? I can put him about here. Or even here. Or maybe here? Be nice to feed Skilly a kill on this mission. If I can work it out. Skilly's also running empty. I need to reload him. I don't have a good spot to move him to, though.
Ready to rock.
Alright, so I got Husky, Scott. May have Scott suppressed while he has him in range.
Aye, aye. Negative ammo. I'm spent.
Alright, Husky has the last turn. Just Overwatch, Husky. I'm gonna try to save that kill for Skilly. If we can. If we can work it out. Alright, so he just chose to Overwatch. Alright, Donna can move up, but not all the way in. Be nice to have him have Donna eat his Overwatch. But I don't have a good spot to move her to. Or do I? I kind of do. I can move her here. That's full cover. Alright, in the meantime, let me see what else we could do. Scott still has a grenade. I could get a grenade on him. He's empty otherwise. Alright, Carter's hurting. He's taking some hits this turn. He's going to be in the hospital. This mission, rather. Let me see. How far can I move Skilly, though? Skilly... I can move him up to here. Is that enough for him to get line of sight and shoot this son of a bitch? It might be. Alright, let me have Carter kind of move and then heal himself, because he's just in bad shape. He's gotten beaten up this mission. Move him to here. And give himself some heals. Alright, Raven. You know, let me just drop a grenade on this dude now.
Catch.
Alright, that should be enough for Skilly to get the kill if I can get him in range. But to make it safer, since he was on Overwatch, I'm going to have Husky disable his weapon. If he can hit. He missed. Damn it.
I'll get him next time.
Alright. Alright, so that makes it a little riskier for Husky. So it's Donna and Husky, and Raven. I forgot about Raven. Donna. Yeah, I don't have Donna's running gun, but... yeah, that's going to be kind of risky. I don't want to do that, I don't think. Yeah, let's take a shot. Let me see if I can move Husky to here to get a shot. Ah, he's going to take the Overwatch. He took 6 damage. But he should be able to return the favor from where he is. Only 49% shot? That's not a great shot. I don't think I can risk that. Damn it. Let me have him take the shot. Screw it. He did miss. Alright, so he's at risk. I gotta get probably either Raven or Donna to finish this guy off then. Oh, you know what? Raven can finish this guy off with his mind. Do it, Raven.
You're gonna wish you stayed home.
Another day, another success.
Oh, that was the last one. Thank God. Thank you, Raven. God, that was a nasty mission. Alright, so I'm pretty sure Carter's going to end up in the hospital. He took a lot of nasty hits. Yeah, he's out for 5 days. But we did get 2 promotions. So let me see. Scott got a promotion, finally made Colonel. And he can have Rocketeer or Mayhem. I'm going to give him Rocketeer because I want him to have a second rocket. Alright, congratulations, Colonel Scott. And then Raven got his first side promotion. And let me see. He has excuse me, Psi Inspiration. Let me see. What does this do? Removes mind fray and panic from allies and strengthens their will for plus 30 for 2 turns. Or side panic. Causes target to panic on its following turn if the target's will is overcome. Robotic enemies are immune. Alright, so this is more like defense, this is more like offense. Let's try this one. Alright, so unfortunately Carter's off to the hospital for 5 days. Did pretty good up till now, and he did not get a promotion. I was hoping Carter would get himself another promotion, but he did not. Alright. So let me see. We got 2 new autopsies. We got a Mutant Elite autopsy and a Sectopod autopsy. So we do finally have something new for Dr. Vallon to do. And let's see. Bunch of assorted corpses, 2 sectoid commanders, 2 heavy floaters, 3 standard mutons, 2 mutant elite corpses, 3 berserkers. Wow, we had 3 berserkers on that mission, and 3 chrysalids, and a sectopod, and 2 drones. So man, that's a nasty assortment of aliens. Lots of Illyrium alloys, more weapons fragments. Could have used more than that though. Stasis tanks, flight computers, surgery tables, power sources, and damaged stasis tank. Alright, so let me save here while I can. Because that was a lot of work. I probably should have saved mid-mission there, but just I wasn't thinking about it. Alright, so yeah, we got our first hospitalization in a long time. Major Carter, down for 5 days, but we'll get him back. I'm sure that 5 days will go pretty quickly. And, let's see, Raven's continuing to level up his Psi abilities. And we got 4 more days before our next round of Psi volunteers come out of the testing chamber. So yeah, we got Samwaro, Daffy's, and King in the chamber now. And we'll see if any of them have psionic abilities like Raven does. Let me go to Research, because Dr. Vaughn has nothing to do, we should give her something immediately. She can actually do our pistol research now. Or she could do these autopsies. So let me see. Mutant Elites, that's 1 day. Sectopod autopsy is also 1 day. No other materials required other than just the corpses themselves. So let me do the Mutant Elite first.
As if the standard muton hadn't given us enough trouble, the aliens apparently kept several of these elites in waiting for the later stages of their invasion.
Alright, so we'll have those results in about a day, and then we'll do the sectopod autopsy immediately after that. Let me see. What about Dr. Shin? Is there anything we want him to be working on? He has no current projects. What about Foundry? I feel like I've been lagging on Foundry projects this playthrough. Oh, ammo conservation is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. We got a lot of cash now. Now's probably the time to do it. We have over 1,700 credits in the petty cash. What do we need? 90 alloys, plenty of that. 6 muton corpses. Yeah, we got a lot of those. 20 weapons fragments. Ugh. We're tight on weapons fragments, and 15 engineers. Improved pistols, another thing I've been looking at, but again, consumes weapons fragments. Stealth satellites we might want to do soon. And I don't think there's anything else useful right now that I really want to think about. I might want to do improved arc thrower if we're thinking about capturing mutant elites. And, I'm not going to do that right now. Let me think about that. I think we have some stuff we can sell right now. Yeah, we got alien stasis tanks. We can just sell those for cash outright. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else to sell. Let's see, muton corpses? Yeah, we got 36 of those. Alright, I don't think there's anything else. What about our construction? 6 more days for our satellite nexus. Okay, no other projects at the moment. Alright, let me see if we can get to the end of this autopsy. Alright, so that's done. We got a plasma weaponry research credit with that. That's good. And now let's do the sectopod autopsy.
This heavily armored unit is fully mechanized, though we're still not sure if it has an organic component within.
Alright, so we'll get that done another day. And see if we can get through that real quick. Alright, so with that we have advanced construction available in the Foundry. That'll be really good. And that helps us reduce all our construction costs, which is going to be really critical for the end game. I wish I'd have had that before I started building the last satellite nexus. What else can we do? Plasma pistol research we could start. Might be worth doing. Where are we in the month? 8 September? Or should I do the ammo project? Oops, wrong one. I think I'm going to do this. How long does this take? 4 days. Alright, let me do that. I've been looking at it for a long time.
We're certainly keeping the boys down in the Foundry busy. I'll let them know you've got another project ready for production.
Alright, and should I do anything else? I mean, we could hope to get through a few more days of side testing. get the next round of candidates out. You know what, let's give it a shot. Alright, so next round of side testing. See if anybody else tests positive for the gift. Daffy's, you went BRB, didn't you? Alright, so let's see. King did not have the gift. Samwaro did not have, but Daffy's has the gift. Oh my goodness. So that's two. We got Daffy's and we got Raven. And Daffy's missed it. Alright. We'll catch him up later. Can we see him? Can we see if I'm gifted? Yeah, we will, Husky. We definitely will, because now that Daffy's coming out of the chamber, you're probably going in. I didn't want to put both of my snipers in at the same time. So, pretty cool. Let's take a look at Daffy's here. Alright, so Daffy's with our first ability gets Mind Fray. So that's an automatic perk. Nude says, you guys are all gifted. Thank you, Nudes. You know what, Nudes, that reminds me. I told you last week I had something I was promising for you and Hypo. I don't know if Hypo's still hanging out. And there's Hypo.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking. You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
And since it's kind of fits, especially tonight, because Husky had an epic mission. I don't even know how many kills Husky had in that one mission. I mean, I have to go back and look at the VOD just to get Husky's body count. I mean, he had to kill at least 60% of everything that was on the board. So yeah, Husky was in big time beast mode. I'm gonna have to come up with a command just for that. Who got timed out there? Sorry about that. Oh, Nude, sorry about that. Yeah, the bot tweaked you for caps. Sorry about that, Nudes. I guess she got excited. All right. Oh, she's back. Rude bot. Sorry, Nudes. All right. All right. So Daffy's got a side promotion. We'll have to catch him up when he gets back. Yeah, I was excited too, Nudes. Let's see. How many more days before we... Oh, one more day before we get Carter back from the infirmary. You know what? We haven't had anybody in the infirmary for a long, long, long time. Donna says, naughty Nudes. That's not Carter. This is the infirmary, but that's not Carter. That's Husky. Husky's hanging out in the infirmary slumming. I don't actually see Husky. Oh, that is Husky. No, Husky's not the one who's hurt. I'm getting confused, guys. Who's the one? Carter's the one who got hurt. See, that's Husky there, and that's I believe that's Donna's character right there. Who's in the bar? I think that's Blast Pop, and there's Zhang. Alright. I think that's Hypo right there. No, that's Blast Pop. That's Hypo. This is probably, is that Raven? I don't think that's Raven's hairstyle. I'm not sure who that is. Alright. There's Nudes. Oh, there's Raven. Raven's still wearing his armor. Raven's shooting pool in his armor. I've never seen that before. And somebody's over here telling a good story. I'm not sure who that is. That's not Carter, though. Where is Major Carter? I don't even know. But yeah, that's definitely Nudes. With that distinctive hair. Alright. And there's my office. Nobody's in my office, including me. Alright, well. Guess we can't account for everybody. But I thought we would see Carter in the infirmary instead of Husky in there telling his epic stories. But yeah, Husky, you're excused. Got Husky and Donna sharing war stories there about how many things they one-shot these days. Soak says, must be some comfortable armor, right? Donna says, Raven is gifted, yeah. Driggy says, like, you don't shoot pool in your armor. Yeah. Alright. So, guys, that was a pretty epic mission, and with as much nasty opposition that we had, I'm surprised we only ended up with one hospitalization. But I was really worried for a little while there about Scott getting one shot, but somehow that sectopod missed him, and that was a blessing to us. So sometimes you need a little luck. So thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate everybody dropping in. It's fun for me. I hope it's still fun for you guys. A little more stressful than normal. I mean, once the sectopods come out to play, you know, we know we're getting into the thick of it in the end game.